Hey guys, how's it going? How was your beautiful day going on this beautiful day? It is time for my week. What week is it? Week 12? Wait, week 11? It is time for the week 11 NFL reactions. So let's get into it. All right, so our first disappointment and surprise of the week is going to be the Dallas Cowboys against the Washington Commanders. This game was absolutely ballistic, and the Commanders just didn't come out on top because Austin Seibert doesn't know how to kick a field goal. But the Commanders deserve to lose this game either way. They played horribly. I'm going to be honest with you. Oh no, this is week 12. Because the Commanders have played 12 games. So sorry, it is week 12 actually. I got that mixed up again. I didn't look in this top corner where it literally says week 12, but that's my own fault. So yeah, this is going to be a surprise because Dallas did deserve to win this game. They played a great game. Honestly, Rico Dowdle actually knew how to run the football. Their run game was actually decent in this game, although they only averaged 3.3 yards per carry. They ran the ball a lot, and it seemed to be relatively effective, even though the longest run of the day was 9 yards, which that's not great, but just a great game from Dallas. The defense played a perfect game. Well, not perfect, obviously, because they let up some big things. They almost lost this team the game. But before those last couple drives, honestly, the Dallas defense played pretty good, and the Washington just doesn't look the same anymore. They don't. They look kind of garbage. And not being able to beat a Dallas Cowboys team who is just a freaking train wreck is just horrible. And Jaden Daniels, I still think he's got the edge. Like, that's the smallest edge in Rookie of the Year right now. But at this rate, Bo Nix is easily catching up to him and winning the award. He tried. I guess he had 300 total yards, but a lot of that came on that last throw. And honestly, Washington didn't play this game well at all, and they should have won it. They were a 7-4 football team, and they started 7-2. They've lost 3 straight games. So yeah, the Commanders they're not trending in the right direction. So hopefully they can pick that up. But yeah, that's going to be a loss for the Commanders and definitely a disappointment. The other disappointment and surprise of the week is going to be the Titans beating the Texans. And I'm going to say it for the third week in a row. The Texans are the biggest fakers in the entire AFC playoff picture. They are not that great of a team. Their offensive line is horrible. CJ Stroud is not playing CJ Stroud football that we saw last year. Joe Mixon had, I think, probably the worst rushing football game I think I've ever seen in my entire life. He was not good at all. And besides one 8-yard rush, Joe Mixon averaged barely a yard per carry. Yeah, this Houston Texans team is just they're fakers. They're fakers. They're not real. Good job on the Titans, though. Will Levis in recent weeks has played some great football. And besides the pick 6 that Will Levis threw, he had a pretty damn good game, and I'll give him credit for that. Only threw 6 incompletions, 278 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Tony Pollard was amazing in this game. Seems like anything the Texans could do. Really, the Titans were just killing him. It just seemed like they were killing him. Good job on the Titans for getting this win. I never expected that to happen. I don't know why you would win the game when you have a chance to get a first overall pick. But anyway, yeah, the Texans are pretenders 100%. They played this game horribly. My third disappointment for the week is going to be Arizona. They played a poop game. They played poop in this game. The run game was non-existent. There was no run game to be found in this game whatsoever for Arizona. The passing-wise, Kyler Murray was trying, but then he threw a pick 6, and that kind of ended the game. It did end the game, really, because there wasn't coming back after that pick 6. There really was, I know that was in the second quarter, but after that, there was nothing else happened. And Trey McBride had a good game, and Kyler Murray had 285. But still wasn't amazing. He wasn't horrible, though, but like I said, he wasn't amazing. And honestly, Seattle wasn't amazing in this game either. To be honest, the Cardinals' defense played pretty decent. Their offense just didn't really do anything. So, and this is a game I thought that they were going to win and kind of take a big surge in this division. And if they won this game, Seattle goes down to 5-6, and they go up to 7-5 and are 2 games ahead in this division. Could have almost all but sealed this division if they won it, and they just severely underperformed. It sucks. It does suck for the Cardinals to lose this one. My last surprise for the week, I'm forcing it kind of because I don't actually no. I almost forgot about this game. This is my third surprise for the week. the Carolina Panthers. And honestly, this game in total, sort of, it's not really a surprise that the Chiefs won, and especially the way that they won is very Chiefs fashion. But I will say the Panthers are going to be my last surprise, and it feels like Bryce Young is starting to pick it up. He still didn't have the most amazing game, but it feels like he's starting to pick it up, and I love to see it. I've always liked Bryce Young. I've always wanted to root for him, but at the same time, he's just never proved me right, and he's starting to. The Chiefs they honestly, in a way, deserve to win this game because they were up for a while, but then at the same time, they didn't deserve to win the game. To have that close of a game against the Carolina Panthers, who have been horrible this year, it sucks for the Chiefs. It sucks for the Panthers because this was one you think you could pull away, and late game heroic Patrick Mahomes strikes again. The Panthers were the recipients of it this year. Just a little touch on this. I don't care. Just like I didn't care last week when the Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Ravens, I don't care this week when they lost to the Browns. They lose to the Browns in Cleveland all the time. And I continue to believe that the Steelers are not contenders. This game doesn't change. It doesn't make me think worse of them. It doesn't make me think, well, it obviously doesn't make me feel better about them. But this just kind of, I guess, sort of proves me right. The Steelers are not contenders. And this game kind of proves my point. But at the same time, it doesn't change my opinion on the Steelers at all. Again, another game where Minnesota deserved to win the game. Some late game heroics from Chicago brought them back in this one. And I think it's being a little blown out of proportion that the Chicago Bears lose in heartbreaking fashion. Yes, it was heartbreaking. I'm not going to lie about the fact that it was heartbreaking or not. But I think the fact that the Bears just lost this game at home and you had a chance to win it, I understand why you think it's heartbreaking, but you guys had a chance to win it overtime. You guys got the ball first and you didn't do anything with it. So it's hard to think that this is real heartbreaking fashion. But again, the Vikings, close game against a not very good football team. And I know the Caleb Williams had his best game of his career so far. I think it was amazing game from Caleb Williams. But I still just don't trust the Vikings. I don't think that they are contenders. And I think it's only a matter of time before they start losing games. I know they're already 9-2, but the Cardinals are next week. I'm not confident with them winning that one. The Falcons suck, but I still not confident about that one. I feel like the Bears can win this one. I feel like the Seahawks can win this one. I feel like the Packers can win this one. And I feel like the Lions can win this one. I feel like there's a very high chance that they could lose out. Now, I don't think that they actually will lose out. They're not finishing with more than 11 wins, in my opinion. Yeah, it's only a matter of time before the Vikings start losing games. And hey, they've proved me wrong so many times this year, so they can continue to prove me wrong, and I'm not going to say much about it. That's cool. Continue to prove me wrong. But I do not trust in the Vikings whatsoever right now. Saquon Barkley is the MVP of the NFL. He has won them 6 of their 9 wins. 6 of the 9 times that they've won games this year. Let's go to Saquon's stats. Let's go to game log. I was looking through it, okay? Of their wins, right here, week 1. I think we all remember week 1. Saquon won that game. This game, 17 carries, 147 yards, 2 touchdowns. They won 15-12. Saquon won that game. That's 2. 18 for 47. I won't give that to him. 17 for 176 and 1 touchdown. If you remember the game, Saquon won this game. Okay, that's 3. 22 for 108. I won't give that. Okay, 28 for 23, 27 carries, 159 yards and a touchdown. That's another one. Okay, 14 for 66, fine. I don't think he definitely didn't win that game for Dallas, or against Dallas. They kind of just did that themselves. Last week, we remember, that game was close until Saquon Barkley takes over in the fourth quarter and runs 2 40 and 50-yard runs for touchdowns. That's 5. And this week, 26, 255, and 2 touchdowns. That's 6 of their 9 wins that Saquon Barkley has won them. He is the NFL MVP. I do not care what Lamar Jackson did last night. I do not care what Lamar Jackson has done all season. I don't care what Josh Allen has done this season. Saquon Barkley is the MVP. Sorry, that was an N. He's not the Nickelodeon valuable player. He is the MVP, in my opinion. He is the first running back. He's the first non-quarterback to win it since Adrian Peterson. In my opinion, I think if he stays on this pace, he is by far the MVP in the NFL. My personal opinion, he deserves it. On a team that is stacked with weapons, Saquon Barkley is the centerpiece of this team, and he's won this team 6 games. I'm just saying, he's the MVP. He's definitely by far the offensive player of the year, but he is now, in my opinion, the MVP of the NFL. And then we'll talk about this game briefly. It kind of went almost exactly how I thought it was. I think I predicted 30-24 maybe. I don't know. I predicted it to be a pretty damn close game, and it was a pretty close game. I mean, honestly, a garbage time score from the Chargers kind of made it look a little bit closer. Good, just an amazing offensive performance by the Baltimore. Derrick Henry played great. Lamar Jackson played amazing, and Lamar Jackson kind of had a slight MVP performance. I know he only threw for 177 yards and 2 touchdowns, but I mean, it was a great game from him. But I continue to believe that this game wasn't good enough to dethrone Saquon Barkley as the MVP of the NFL. All right, and that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like on the channel and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out a ton, and I will see you guys tomorrow with my predictions, and then on Thursday you guys will see a little Thanksgiving special episode. So I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.